a volunteer with System and Generation here in Ankara. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ikram. And we can proceed with Sandra from Entre Juegos. Sandra, can you hear us? Okay, we may try a bit later. And I will do my best to read this name. I hope I won't misspell. Rimvidas Kois.
Yes, so Rimvidas. I am here from System and Generation. I'm gonna be their future Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs participant of the program. So I just saw the topic, I got an invitation, and I'm pretty interested in sports, so I'm really glad to be part of this meeting. Yeah, so for myself, at the moment, I am training Muay Thai and going to the gym sometimes, so hearing some interesting topic. So to learn something about this topic, it's probably useful for me as well. So thank you once again for an invitation, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Thanks to you. Thanks very much for your presentation. Can I ask you once again, how do you spell your name?
Rimvidas. Rimvidas. All good. Yes, you pronounce it perfectly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks a lot. And Renato, welcome.
Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm Renato from Portugal, leader of Inspira. So I've been participating in this project from the beginning. About sports, I'm not much of a sportsman, but I do organize a lot of nature activities like trekkings, walkings. It's kind of I don't look at it as a sport, but I do it a lot. And I organize with groups, like we go for trekkings, we go for education in the forest. So that's my experience here.
Thank you very much, Renato. So is a representative of our partner organization, Inspira. So thank you very much for your work and your help. Let's go for Zico.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, hi.
I am Zico from Georgia, 90 years old. I am a System and Generation volunteer, short-term volunteer. For me, sport is so interesting topic, but I am not connected in this field, but it's interesting for me.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And let's try once again for Sandra. Sandra, can you hear us? Okay, let's try later. Then, okay, I will go and I will leave the floor to Simone. So my name is Jacopo, and yeah, I've been working for a while with System and Generation. And yeah, we are very glad that we are carrying on this project. As we say in partnership, we are 4 organizations that establish this network, and it allows us to do a lot with our youth, many activities. So I'm really grateful for this. And yeah, I don't want to speak much about me, so I will leave the floor to Simone. Simone, thank you once again from all of us for being here. Also, we are live streaming in YouTube, so some of our youth will just follow the session from YouTube, or they can watch it later in case they are busy now. So I would like to ask you if you would like to introduce yourself and then start with your presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So hello you all, and I'm Simone, as Jacopo mentioned before. I'm 24 years old. I've been a volunteer for System of Generation just like 2 months ago. So I've came back just some days ago in Italy, and I've been a volunteer for 2 months, and just Bura asked me to run to handle this meeting, and I was happy to do that because Bura is a friend, of course, and because I'm happy to be still in contact with the association. I studied biotechnology, medical biotechnology, and I got a degree 2 years ago. Yeah. Then I choose to study in a different field for my master that is still connected with biotechnology, so biology and whatever, but it's more focused on nutrition. That's just because I'm keen on sports, and in particular powerlifting. That is my sport. It's still my sport, despite all the injuries and all the pain that I got during the time. And so that's why I'm trying to focus and to be connected on this field, the nutrition field. I prepared the presentation about this sport, just to let you know what is this sport, because it's not really famous. And I will share with you, just a second. Where is it? Okay. Just a second. Okay. Can you see it? Can you watch it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's my sport. That's presentation. So just I called it nutrition and wellness because it's not just about powerlifting, but also about some brief informations about diet and nutrition. And this is powerlifting, basically and shortly. But powerlifting is based on lifts. So the more you lift, the more you are good. And the three lifts that we do in powerlifting are bench press, deadlift, and squat. So generally, they are also fitness exercises, but in this sport they are important because during the competition, that's how you are judged about your competition, your exercise. So it's what we use to how to say to calculate our power, our strength. And it's really similar to another sport that's probably you already know, that is weightlifting. It's really famous in China, but also in Turkey. I think that one of the most famous and stronger, the most strongest weightlifter was from Turkey. It was called like the Pocket Hercules, so probably you know him. And the only difference is about the lift that we do. We do bench press, squat and deadlift. They do snatch and clean and jerk, that are really different, but in the same way, like you have to weight as much as you can. And also about how we train, it's really similar. Actually, every sport has some common things about how you deal with your training routine, but especially these two sports are really, really similar. So we have common techniques. About nutrition, I just wrote about how much a powerlifter should eat. Be reminded that there are a lot of categories, like weight categories and gender categories. So of course you can be a female powerlifting or a man powerlifter. You can weight 100 kilos or just 60 kilos. So there are some differences. But generally, a lot of powerlifters are in more or less like 90 kilos. So they weigh like 90 kilos. And if you train 4 or 5 days per week, and also you are 90 kilos, your height is like 180 centimeters, probably you should eat 4,000 calories to maintain your weight. So not to gain weight, but just to maintain your weight and to train properly, in order to not get injured and to train smoothly. So 4,000 calories are a lot, actually. Just to give you a sight, it could be like eating 5 times per day. So it's not a little quantity of food. As you know, probably for all the sporty people, proteins are the macronutrient that is most important. And there is a reason, like actually, the reason is that protein are important because muscles are made of protein. So every person eats in order to rebuild the body, because the body every day loses a lot of water, a lot of proteins, a lot of carbohydrates, because it's a body. So we need to get again what we lose during the day. We always lose our cells, But for sporty people, it's even more important, because when you train, you lose more. So you need to gain more. And protein are important because, as I said, they are important for muscles. They make muscles. So if you eat more proteins, you can build more muscle. That's the reason. So if for a normal person, you need more or less 1 gram per kilo of your body weight of protein. For a sporty person, could be 2 grams per kilo, or even 3 grams. There are a lot of power lifter or strongmen that need more, like 4 grams per kilos, because they eat like 10,000 calories per day. So that's the little side on my sport. I'm wondering if you have some question, because I cannot see you in this moment. So I don't know if you're still awake.
Yes, we're here.
Okay, I can go on.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, if you have some questions, or we can stop, of course. Okay, let's go on, because it's the last slide about my sport. Before competition, it's important to be in your own category of weight category. So 2-3 weeks before a competition in every sport, not only in powerlifting, in every sport, they are crucial, because you need to stay at that weight, or even to lose some weight in order to be suitable for your weight category. So there are some techniques that let you lose some weights, and most of these weights is based on water. You lose water, but it's kind of dangerous if you are not followed by a nutritionist, for example, because you can get like some problem bounded to the lack of water in your body. Water is really important, because we are made of water. And if you lose too much water, you can even die, of course. So it's a crucial period before a competition in which you need to be really focused on what you do, and really attentive. And what else? That's about my sport. If you have some question, I can answer, because then I wrote something more about nutrition and wellness, more than about my sport. So if you want to ask me something.
I have a question.
Yeah, you can ask.
Or are we leaving at the end, Jacopo?
Oh,
No,
okay.
Let's ask now about the sport. I also have a question. Let's have these questions, and then we.
I'm sorry if you cannot see me, because I'm from the phone, because I had some problem to my laptop, and maybe I will just share my my screen again later. Okay.
So my question is, why have you started or decided to practice this sport? What was appealing to you?
I started because my brother was doing it, actually. It was not like, it was my decision, of course, but it was more about following my brother. Because I started just with gym. I was really thin in my adolescence. I wanted to gain a little bit more weight because I was not happy with my appearance, I can say. So I started like everyone in gym. Then, following my brother, I started and I began with with this sport. And the thing that makes you happy about this sport is that, of course, you can get stronger. That's about this sport. It's not really difficult because, of course, there are some sports that are really difficult, like gymnastic or even weightlifting is more difficult. But this sport is really suitable for anyone, even if you are not you are not so talented in sport. Like, you know, for basketball, you need to be really talented, and you need to start when you're a child, probably. But this is a sport that you can start whenever you want, and is suitable for girls, for male, for everyone. So that's the reason. It's really makes you feeling good because you don't need so much how to say how can I say, yeah, back preparation, you know, like childhood sport or something.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I guess it's more about like, if I understand, it's like more about how intense you train rather than
yeah, I mean, that's the point. It's difficult, of course, but the good thing is that you can start whenever you want and even be good, be really good. With other sports, it's more difficult. You need to start in your childhood, probably.
And Simone, my question would be how important, like, of course, we will see from the perspective of the physical preparation. So how important is the nutrition and the training? But like my question would be, how important is your mental health in the moment you perform? Because like I read a lot that, you know, when you are in a good mental health, let's say, you can perform way better. And if you are maybe depressed, even you train very well, but still you cannot weights that much. So how can you also be strong mentally to prepare for a competition? Is there anything you do for this?
Yeah, you need to be strong mentally for anything in your life, and it's of course also in sport and in this sport, because you are going to deal with big weight. So just to give you a sight on this sport, it depends on the category, but an average guy can lift in squat like 250 kilos, for example. So they are big amount of kilos. And being good, mentally good, is really important. Not only because during the competition, because of course you need to be attentive and to be focused on what you do. Because of course, if you get wrong during the lift, you can get injured. That's the point. But also because depression affects your way to eat. For example, a depressed person or an anxious person will eat less, will drink less, and every kind of food is really important in sport. Even water, even drinking less water could make you more likely to be injured, because water is really important for bones or for muscles. So being good mentally is by a physiotherapist, by a nutrition, all these kind of doctors, I can say, because you're doing all on your own, and it's dangerous, I can say. A lot of people are injured in talking about my sport, but also about other sports. So yeah, it's important to be good mentally.
Simone, may I ask very, very briefly one more thing? Like, as you underline a couple of times already, the importance of drinking water. Like, is it important to drink water like, I don't know, shall we drink even when we are not thirsty, and shall we drink, I don't know, like every hour, something like that? Because I remember I read that, for example, it's not good if you drink too much water all at once, for example. Like, it's not that you drink, okay, now
it's not good. It's not good because of your kidneys. It's not good for that reason. But the good thing, I think that the best thing to do is drink little amount of water just throughout the day. And some nutritionists say that it's better to not drink during the meals, when you do breakfast or lunch or dinner, but when you're doing something else. So throughout the day, but not during your meal. And even here it depends on your weight, on your gender, because someone says that you can drink just 2 liters per day. Someone says that you should drink more. I think that for a sporty person, for example, for a powerlifter, 3 liters per day are a good amount of water, because as I said before, water is really important for bones, and our back, when we do this lift, when we are doing not only competition, but when we are lifting weights, our back is really how can I say, has a lot of pain, has a lot of effort on it. So as you know, the back is actually one of the most important bone kind of in our body. So we need a lot of water. That's the reason. And hopefully I answered your question. Drink not during the meal.
Not meals, and little
amount, little amount of water during the day. So I can go on. I guess I can go. The last part about this presentation is just about more about fitness and wellness, and not about my sport. And I just briefly underlined, for example, which are the nutrients. We have 2 categories: macronutrients and micronutrients. We need both of them, but in different quantity. That's why we call macronutrients macro and micronutrients micro. So macronutrients are just carbohydrates for energy, mostly for energy, protein and fat. Okay, protein and fat protein and fat have also an energetic role, but for example, protein as a structural role more than energetic. But that's about biochemistry. So it's another thing. About micronutrients, there are minerals, mineral salts, and vitamins, and they are also important, but they are not energetic. They are important because of they are more related with our cells. So, for example, vitamins, minerals are important for our enzymes. Here I wrote the difference, I mentioned it before. And the important thing about nutrition and eating, like eating routine, is that is a choice. And like every choice, it affects our life. Environment, for example, affects our life. So it's not just about gaining energy, gaining molecules that give us energy, but it's about a choice, because all the food that we eat has an effect on our body, on our life. And in biology, it's called epigenetics. Like there are some foods, like for example, milk, that has some epigenetics effects. So it affects our DNA, in kind of modify our DNA, letting some genes express more or less than before. So as everything in our life, I put this little slide just to let you know, diet, psychological state, social interaction, making drugs, exercise, going for a walk, everything affects our life, our mental health, our physical health. And so just to let you know that eating is probably one of the most important things that we do in our life in order to be healthy. Because, for example, has the same effect of taking drugs. If you don't eat properly, you are having the same effect of taking drugs. So it's really, really important. And just to let you know, for example, what happens when you have a lack of carbohydrates intake, you can get so many symptoms and so many pathological effects. Of course, you don't, especially in rich countries, we don't experience these kind of effects because more or less we eat enough and we have enough energy. But for example, in poor countries, like some poor countries in Asia, in Africa, where they don't have, for example, enough protein or enough fat, they can get through all these symptoms like muscle atrophy, weak bones, liver issues, anxiety, depression, developing issues. It's just to mention how important is eating properly during our when we grow up, so in our childhood, but also in our life, like now as as adults. That's just a
Simone, sorry for stopping. I think there was a question.
Yeah.
I saw. I think Bura and Noemi, you raised the hand.
Yes, I have a question. Before the 3 slide page, Simone said the nutrition effects are mood, emotions, and EDC. So I think it's about the balance of serotonin and dopamine. If I'm wrong, please say the true one.
Yeah, it's about. Did you finish, Pura? Can I reply?
Actually, I wonder this part. It can be about the balance of serotonin and dopamine. But I wonder one thing. Is nutrition of maintaining kind of these serotonin and dopamine, it's changing depend on of the people, or we can count that all the foods like it. This, for example, this bottle can give you dopamine, this can give you serotonin, or it changing depends of the people. I wonder this. Thank you.
Okay, it's also about that. I mentioned epigenetic, that is another thing, is more complex, but also is about what you mentioned, like serotonin and dopamine. That what you mentioned are hormones. For example, if you eat chocolate, you can let your cells produce more serotonin. But that's the point. How can your cells produce more serotonin? Because if you eat chocolate, there is something inside chocolate that modify your DNA, like the expression of some genes. Which gene? The gene that produces serotonin. So the point is that when you eat chocolate, for example, you are letting your body, your cells, expressing more the serotonin gene. But it's not just about hormones. It's not just about producing more or less hormones, but also producing more or less receptors for hormones or for every kind of molecule that has a role in our body. So it's really complex, but in general, you know that how you eat affects your life, as weather, for example, as everything in the environment, because environment is what affects our behavior, our personality. So as just the same role as everything that you do in your life, playing, meeting people, everything has an effect on your DNA actually. So it's not just about serotonin and dopamine. That's okay.
It's okay, brother. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Fra. You're welcome. And can I go on for a little bit?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I was talking just about the lack of some kind of nutrients, and you can understand like how many pathologies you can get just for lack of fat, for example. Anxiety, depression, bad sleep routine, bones pain, a lot of problems. So that's why it's really important to eat properly. How much should we eat? It depends on a lot of characteristics. For example, your age, your gender, your pathologies, for example, how you live, and also where you live. Because of course, depending on where you live, it changes the food that you can get in a country. For example, the food that is present in Turkey is totally different compared to the food present in Mongolia, for example. So there are a lot of characteristics that affect this routine, but generally, as an average person, that's okay. That's in Italian, but as an average person, you should eat more or less 275 grams per day of carbohydrates, 60 grams per day of fat, and 70 grams per day of protein. But as you know, as I mentioned it before, for example, the intake of proteins can change. If you are a sporty person, you should eat more. So generally, that's how much a person should eat. And how can we at least check our eating routine during the day? I told you actually during the workshop that we did in Ankara, but I will repeat again. There are a lot of apps, for example, apps on the App Store and the Google Store, in English, in Turkish, in Italian, in every language, that simply collect the characteristics about all the foods that are present, for example, in supermarket or in supermarket markets, so vegetables, every kind of food. You can just check briefly if you are getting enough energy, if you are eating like this. So, for example, you are getting enough carbohydrates, enough fat, enough proteins. It doesn't need to be like a pathology, because of course, if you are always thinking about eating properly, you are affecting your body in another way, because you are getting anxious, and it's not good, of course. But you can check your food routine and at least know if you are following a right diet. So if the intake of every kind of nutrients is enough during your day, during your week. And the last side that I want you to have is about diet. So what is a diet? Diet, okay, that's in black, so you can not read it, but it comes from Greek, from a Greek word that means just lifestyle. So diet is a lifestyle. And everybody has a lifestyle. So everybody has a diet. If you are talking about food, everybody has a lifestyle connected to food. So everybody has a diet. And okay, it can be bad, it can be good, but everybody has it. And is affected by a lot of characteristics. For example, ethic problems, so religion, culture affects it. For example, I don't know, for example, for instance, Muslim people do not eat pork, for example. It depends on food availability. So, for example, in African countries, there are a lot of potatoes, for example, and it's totally different from Asia or United States or Italy, whatever. And also economical situation. If you are a wealthy person, you can eat more, way more than a poor person. But also this is, for example, not so good, because I don't know if you know it, but in the past, rich people were able to develop a kind of disease connected to the intake of protein, of animal proteins. That was not, of course, developed by poor people, because poor people could not afford animals and meat. Also traditions, habits, general habits. So everything that is connected to lifestyle affects our way of eating. And there are a lot of diets also connected to what we do, for example. So we can follow a weight loss diet or a weight gain diet. So eating more or eating less calories in order to gain or lose weight. Ethic diet, for example, the vegan diet or the vegetarian diet is ethic diet, because they don't want animal to be killed, for example. So that's the reason they follow this diet. Healthy diet, for example, if you have pathologies like cancer, you should eat less meat, because meat has some trouble, can let you have some troubles about cancer, because has this kind of potential about developing cancer. So you can follow diets based on vegetables, on also protein that come from vegetable more than meat. Religious diet, as I mentioned, Muslim people do not eat pork, or the Catholic people do not eat meat during a particular period of the year, close to the Easter. So there are a lot of different diets based on how you want to live. You are a sporty person, you should eat more. You can do a paleo diet, for example, or a keto diet during before a competition. You can you don't want animals to die, you can be vegan. You want to be healthy, you can get into a Mediterranean diet. So it's about lifestyle. Just to let you know that everyone follows a diet. Actually, it's not just about waiting. It's not just about losing weight, but it's about a lot of other choices. So that's it. That's my presentation about my sport and my field. I can come back to you.
Thank you, Simone. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It was really interesting. Thank you for sharing. And let's leave space to any question and comments from our audience, from our friends.
I have a question, but
please.
Maybe someone else proceed before me. Okay. First of all, thank you very much, Simone, for the interesting information presentation that you made. My question is, well, this comes a bit from my personal experience, sort of. Is it frustrating for you following a certain diet, because sometimes your mind wants to eat something else, and then you have to be like to be strict on the diet in order to have some certain results? And the second question related to the first one is like, how do you motivate yourself or encourage yourself to follow the diet?
To follow that. Actually, I don't follow any particular diet. So as a powerlifter, for example, I don't follow like a diet, a strict diet. I just eat as much as I can. So it's more about just checking if my carbohydrates, protein, and fat intake is enough for my body weight and for my sport. Because of course I burn a lot of calories, but it's not that I follow a particular strict diet. But if, for example, before competition, I have to eat less. The only thing that makes you feeling good with it is just think that you need to do that in order to be, to be perfect during the competition. So to respect your weight, to get into the competition with the right weight that you are supposed to reach. Just that is about your focus. If you follow a diet, like as I mentioned, ethic diet or a sporty diet or whatever, you are supposed to do it because you want to do it. So if you have this kind of aim, is okay, you can do it. About feeling sad, for example, when I was in Turkey, I didn't eat so much food as in Italy. Like I was always eating the same food because I didn't want to spend so much money for all the side dishes, so I was always eating rice or pasta without so many things, just vegetables, some chicken. And it's really sad, actually. You need to go out of this routine because as I said, food affects your life. So eating always the same thing, even if you are okay with your diet, so your intake is okay, it makes you feeling sad. You need to go out to feel to taste something different, to eat some chocolate, to eat some sweet, to eat some fat. So it's really important to give you a little period of a period when you are not so strict on your diet, for sure, because it affects your emotion, your mood, actually. So yeah, it's important.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other question? If not, I will go. I have a question, Simone. I will have two. One is actually how is it preparing, like training yourself for a discipline which require a very intense effort, but for a very short period of time. So it's like basically, I was thinking when you train, I don't know if we think some of the most common sport discipline. So you train and then you have the competition, like I don't know, volleyball, basketball, football, and so on. And then you have like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half of competition. But when we speak about this discipline, it's like you train maybe 1 year, 2 years, and then it's something
just for 1 second, yeah,
15 seconds, like very short. So I don't know, is there anything specific related to this?
I can say that it's not that different from other sports. Like the routine that you have to follow, it's really similar to every sport. But I can say that in this sport, for example, people can think that is more about muscles, but it's not so much about muscles. It's more about your nervous system. So you have to train more your nervous system to know how to go to the limit, because it's really easy to be injured, to get injured. So you need to train in a particular way that makes you go toward your maximum weight that you can lift really slowly. So it's a big topic. That's what I can say. Like there is a particular way of training that makes you training your muscle with less weight, but then training your nervous system with big weights at the same time.
Okay, thank you very much. And
You're
I
welcome.
will ask one more question. Like, what are the things that you must avoid to perform? Like, for example, we saw a lot about what is proper to eat, but what is something instead that, for example, I don't know, I mentioned something, I don't know, caffeine or smoking cigarettes, alcohol, sweets, or what is something that really is not good for the performance?
Cafe is perfect, actually, because cafe has an effect on your
I'm afraid we lost
carbohydrates, on the carbohydrates that you can and you need carbohydrates in your blood when you are into a competition. So coffee is perfect. Also makes you more focused, and so it's just good effects on your body. You can avoid alcohol, for example, because drinking alcohol could get low the production in your body of I don't know how to say in English. I think it's testosterone. Testosterone. Yeah. So and it's important for your hypertrophy, for your muscle. So it's better to avoid alcohol, but I mean it's not a big deal. If you are not an alcoholic, it's okay if you drink some wine or a beer, whatever. But if you're going to toward the competition, it's better to avoid alcohol, because you need to be as perfect during the competition. So it's better to avoid it for sure. Other thing that you have to avoid, I don't know. There is not something in particular. I can say just drink a lot of water is really important, and avoid something, alcohol. I think I can say just alcohol.
May I ask, what about sexual intercourses? There are different theories about, like 1, 2, 3 days before the performance. Does it affect in any way or no?
I think no. Actually, it's more about legend, because okay, if it's like it's a physical activity actually, so everything can affect your performance during the competition. Even if you're going to work for a whole day in a factory, you will be tired. So it's the same thing. Like actually, it's not about sex in itself. So it's in the past was like a lot of trainers were suggesting to avoid it and stuff like that, but actually science demonstrates that it's not a big deal. I mean, for your performance actually.
Thank you. Okay, I don't know, anyone has any question or observation? If not, okay, then Simone, we thank you once again. Thank you so much for being here with us, sharing so much. Thank you for the presentation you prepared. And yeah, that's it. So what else to say? Esmeralda?
Just goodbye to all my Turkish friends that are still in Ankara.
I'm sure that they're missing you very much.
Thank you.
Simone, thank you so much for these high quality informations.
Thank you, Gura.
Thank you, Simone.
Thank you, Ikram. Thank you too.
Okay, then we can close. I will just ask, please, Bura, if you can make me host. We will continue with the partners. We will have a short partner meeting, so you can basically leave. The meeting is over. Then we will just have 20 minutes with the partner. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. Goodbye to everyone. Thank you, Simone, once again.
Goodbye.
Have a good night.
Sandra, are you here with us? I'm not sure if Sandra. Sandra?
This Annalisa, who is?
Annalisa, she's a SNG participant.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just here. And okay, then we can hire Renato, so we can proceed just us. So basically, the idea will be to have.
But Jacopo, stop live streaming better. I don't know, or record. Huh?
No, it will be better record, because also it might be requested anyway to be shown. Like I mean, we are having, when we have partner meetings, at least we also this as a proof. It's okay.
Okay, you might have it as record, but as you wish. I mean, you know.
Just don't say any secrets.
Yeah. No. Okay. So we like, yeah, we would like to have this space. We take advantage that we were here for the webinar, just to check how is it going, if there is anything we could do to improve and so on. I think if I can start, like I think we're doing very good at local level. Also, I can speak on behalf of Sandra, because I mean, I see the reports, and we are doing all very nice activities. Thank you, Renato. I saw all the activities you're doing in Portugal. There are many different heterogeneous things, like paintball. I saw walking and so on. And one moment, Stella, can okay. Sorry, my niece here. So yeah, I think we are doing really good at the local level, because I saw many very good quality activities that are being implemented in Portugal and Spain. Not sure about Sweden. Still waiting for reports, but yeah. Hi, Sandra. You hear? Can you hear?
Hello.
Hi. Yes.
Hi, Sandra.
So, can you hear? Sandra?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you can hear, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, we can hear you. So I was just saying, yeah, that I would like to have a short meeting, all of us, despite, okay, we always message and so on, but just to check how is it going. So I was saying, as I received the reports, I was thanking you, Sandra and Renato, because I see in the reports you are doing very nice activities, very heterogeneous sport disciplines. So I really hope that that your youth are enjoying them, and then check with you, like how is it going, if you have any difficulties going on, if you have any future plans for the next months, if you think maybe you will have new COVID restrictions in your country that may affect the implementation. So maybe if I can leave you the floor, maybe Renato, would you like to share, please?
Yeah, sure. Thank you guys for this webinar. It was very nice. And thank you again for hosting Claudia and Mariana on the meeting. They like it a lot. They're just sad that it was so short. But on our behalf, from our local activities, we did a lot of activities in summer. And after summer, that period of September, October, after the summer, was also very active. Now it's most of our youth, they are back to university, so it's harder to gather so big groups. We need to do shorter stuff on weekends when they come back. So it's not so easy now as it was some months ago. But we are doing some stuff. In the last weekend, we went for a trekking. Few people, but it was the ones who are here. So,
Okay, but Renato, do you think anyway, if you do in the weekend, maybe thinking also maybe some indoor discipline, can you still carry on twice a month to do activities?
The problem is not indoor or outdoor. They are happy with outdoor activities. The issue is that most of our youth, they are in university, so they are not here.
No, I was saying like if in the weekend, like as you mentioned, maybe weekend is more.
Yeah, now we did a walk last weekend because now they are on holidays for Christmas. So maybe we'll try to use this period to do 2-3
Okay.
more activities to cover up for the next months.
Okay.
Next months or so. It's sad because our plan was to do in schools activities with the kids from the schools, but because of COVID, it's almost impossible. They have a lot of restrictions. You cannot just go in the school. You cannot just go. You cannot take the kids out of the school. It's not so easy. So in normal times, we'll have done a lot of nice activities with the kids. Right now, we need to stay with the younger young adults, so over 18. We have a nice group that are our volunteers, but most of them are not only here, always here. So we need to manage. So maybe in sometimes we have no activities, but other times we have a lot of activities, one after the other, to cover up.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, if you can, like month by month, if you can try. Like if regulation change and so on, if you manage to have maybe just you go in the school maybe and speak a bit about what we are doing, that will be great if possible, of course.
Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe we can go and do some session with like talking to the kids about what we are doing. That can, I guess we can do that. Like we can.
Yeah, there's also maybe, I mean, even to give visibility to your organization, like that, even in future, maybe you can organize some other events and they can join, even if the project is over, but still we may think about keeping organizing some activities.
Yeah, sure. We do it a lot, and we go into the schools to do like these sessions with the class talking about some project about the Erasmus Plus program, like how they can participate. So you can also add a section where we talk specifically of this project, what we are doing. That can be nice for them.
Okay, thank you very much. And let's check with Sandra. Sandra, also I saw your reports, a lot of things seems going well at the local level. Do you think?
No, for the local activity, I think everything is okay. Maybe the group is not big, but we tried.
Sorry, I didn't understand. The group is?
It's not big. It's not a big group.
Ah, not big. Okay.
Yeah, but yes, we can try it. Tomorrow we have an activity in a gym.
Okay.
It's the first time that we organize this kind of activity, and we will see tomorrow if this kind of activity works or not.
Okay. Which kind of gym will you do?
It is body pump.
Okay.
Body pump is with how to say?
Weights?
Weights, yeah.
Okay. And Sandra, so I also, we thank you and Esmeralda as well, because Renato said, as I know, Mariana and Claudia, they had a good experience in Spain when we did, so we did a good job.
Only for the webinars, for example, for today, I shared the information, and but the people that are interested in participate don't speak English.
Okay.
This is our problem.
Yeah, that's a bit, that's what I think also, like we are really good at local level. Even I would say in Turkey, we are doing very good. We have many activities and different, again, every month we do different things. So there is a good participation of the youth. We didn't have many restrictions until now, so it was possible to do indoor, outdoor, and no problem. Yeah, a bit our weakness is this about the webinars that we want to enlarge a bit more the audience. What we can do anyway with the live streaming, we are reaching more people, so this is good, because I guess some participants also I don't know, maybe they don't want to show up to connect, but they follow live stream. Some of them texted me like they were checking the webinars, and also some of them like they couldn't check, like maybe they are busy at the moment, but they can check later with the live stream. We have the link, so maybe you can also share again, like if any of them is a bit interested, maybe they want to watch a part of it, it's also possible with the YouTube link. And if you want, Sandra, maybe if they don't speak English, maybe you can take a bit a summary of the webinar. When you meet with them, you can also explain what was said about, like today Simone gave us a lot of info about nutrition and so on. Maybe you can use for a session that you make in Spanish, for example, so it still will be useful. So we try again our best. It's we do our best, but also we understand also youth are a bit tired of these webinars and so on. So it's okay what we do. Let's try our best. Esmeralda, I don't know if you also want to share.
Yeah, well, I'm also glad to see you again, both of you, with Renato again online, but with Sandra we met in person. And yeah, again, it was a great experience for us as organizers, but also the great feedback that we received from participants. So we hope to meet again in person in June next year. Yeah. About the activities, yeah, I'm in Albania now, but I've been following every time that you post in the group, and I'm following you secretly. So yeah, you are doing a great job, and I would like to congratulate you and to thank you for your contribution, and keep up the good work. I mean, it's not only for the project, but as you say, for the participants, for the locals that are joining, that are enjoying the activities. Here I'm also organizing some sport activities in Tirana, but unfortunately we cannot include them in the project. Mostly we do volleyball every week. So yeah, we have a team of almost 12-15 friends that we play volleyball. We try to be engaged in healthy lifestyle and physical activities. So yeah, that's all from my my side for the moment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, also Esmeralda in the midterm gave very good contribution. So yeah, we did good. And let me say something about reports and payment. So reports again are good. Like in this way, they are clearly displayed. So as you sent me, Sandra and Renato, and as we are doing in Turkey, like they are very good, and I always publish them in the website, so they are visible. And once again, when the grant authority will check, because it's a must, we have to have this section of the website, so they will check and they can see all we have done. So thank you. Please keep doing like that, one report per activity. Is the best way, let's say. About the payment, because yeah, we have this problem of cutting money when they are sent from Turkey, because I guess Turkey is not from European Union, so there is always a big loss, like 40 euro, 30 euro every time. So it's not good. So again, I ask you again, if, as we are already agreed, if it's fine for you, you can receive at the final meeting in June. You can receive basically. You go to the bank and we withdraw, and you get the payment for all the months. until, so for Sandra it will be 1 year, because you will get from July until June, July 2021, June 2022. Renato, we paid you until September, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I just want to check if it's okay for you, like basically to get for Sandra 12 months and for Renato 9 months all together at the end. So in that way you don't lose not €1 or less. It's full amount. But also at the same time, if it's okay, you tell me. But also, please, if you need the money for the implementation of these activities, let me know before. If you have your own resources that you can put in advance for the activities, then you just get after it. But if you need, because you say we need some money for implementing, for the equipment whatsoever, please let us know and we will send you.
For me, it's fine. I just have two concerns. I'm not fully sure I'll be able to go in June. Probably yes, but we never know. Particularly now with all the COVID stuff always happening. So if I don't go, I don't know if someone that I don't trust enough to carry the money goes. Let's see. So I don't know with this much advance who is going to go.
No problem. We will see, Renato. We can do like this. If you come, that's good. If you cannot come, but there is a trustable person, we can give to the trustable person. Of course, we will need a letter that you delegate this person to take the money related to the project. If you cannot come and there is no trustable person, maybe they are I don't know, youth that you don't know so much, in that case we will do the transfer of the 9 months.
Is also a lot of money to carry on your pocket all the way from Turkey to, so we'll decide. So far you don't need to pay yet, but we'll see closer to the date if we don't think it's safe. Just transfer altogether.
Okay, yeah, in case we do one transfer, but at least I hope they don't cut in percentage. I think they just cut like the €30 once and that's it, something like that. It's okay. You just
from our bank, yeah, I guess because they cut from your bank and then from our, so it's like they cut like €40 from your side and then from our side they cut €20 or something like that. So
yeah, and I think with Sandra even more, because with Sandra I think they cut from our side. Yeah, we always know we have to pay some 15-20 euros, but then to Sandra they cut I think 34 instead.
30,
for example,
34 or 56, I don't remember.
Each payment. Instead with Asif in Sweden was I don't know why, but to him he was telling me €2 only they cut, so that's good.
Maybe there's other ways to transfer money, like PayPal, or I'm not sure, I don't use them, but PayPal or Revolut, they usually don't, because when I was in Serbia I had to pay the hotel to Airbnb. And I didn't met the guy, so I had to transfer him. So, but I was going to pay like €50 just on bank transfer. So he sent me his PayPal, and I gave to a friend that has PayPal, and he just transferred the money, and there was no commission.
Okay.
So,
if it can, in case, could you check in case how it works and let me know, because the only thing it has to be clear that those money are transferred for the related to the project and so on, because for the recording, we cannot just send money. It's like not just take the money from the bank account and send like privately. It always have to be clearly displayed how they are sent, because of the control, let's say. But if there is a way,
I think you get this transfer. I think we got an email with from PayPal, email with a description and confirmation of the transfer, because the guy also asked me to send that document proving that. So I guess if you create for system and generation and PayPal account, and I create two, I think it can work, but I also don't have a PayPal or know how to use it. So, but I can ask some friend.
Okay, if you can please and let me know if it's doable. We can also think this this way. Anyway, one way or another, we will do it, of course. And if you change your mind or resources, just text me and we will solve. And do you have another concern, Renato? I think you say you have two, or is there anything else?
I say both. The other was that safeness of traveling with a minor.
Okay. Okay, yeah. In case you have to be, like you take 200 euro notes, like that, there are not so many, and be careful. Let's say. I mean, in Turkey, is not in terms of safety. Is not. I really, in 5 years, I don't know if Esmeralda would confirm. I really felt very safe. It's not that there is like microcriminality and so on. So if you have in your pocket, they are safe. The only thing, don't lose you. But
you can take them before the last day of the project, so not to carry them all the time, and so it will be fine.
Okay.
Okay. So please, like, let's say now it's Christmas time, so let's enjoy Christmas. But then, if possible, like in January, please let me have October, November, December reports. So again, I will publish them, and as always, let's say. Is there anything else we should say? Okay.
No.
And once again, also one last thing, like in case we have 2-3 guests for the next webinars, but also, if you have any guest speaker, would be also good to involve them. Like if again, it can be athletes, can be coaches, it can be mental coach, psychologist, something that is anyway related to sport, like something that can be interesting for our topics. Also, please, it would be nice to have a guest from your side as well. Okay. Then thank you very much for today, for this meeting and for the webinar. And
thank you, Jacopo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Very
Happy New Year.
prosperous year. With no pandemic and no restrictions.
Renato, can you show your face? We can take a photo.
No, it's like this now. I cannot. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
It always happens. This always happens with my computer.
Okay. It's about.
I don't know why.
Okay, okay, the three of us, let's make a smile it's just for us. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you. Then thank you guys, and
thank you.
And see you soon.
See you.
See you.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.